Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? And can you see the screen? Okay. Awesome.
Ai suara kau ni, das.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Chief Director's Intervention Program, especially for the Johannesburg region. And with me today, I have Mr. Omolulu Komalafo, but you know him as Bishop, and Dr. Sumaya Musa from Johannesburg Central. What we're going to try to do today is to show you how you can get 50% without MCQs and level 4 questions. But remember, people, this is only possible when you practice, because practice makes perfect. Over to you, Bishop.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sure whichever platform you are on, we have people on YouTube Live, we have people on Teams, we also have people. I'm sure you can hear us. Please just do us a favor during the course of this presentation, mute your mics, please. Mute your mics, switch off your cameras so that we have a very, very good session. Now, there'll be a register posted on each of these platforms. Please make sure you just fill in the register. If you're on Google Meet, quickly in the next 5 seconds, just tell us your name, your school, and your province. Quickly. There will also be a register there, but for now, just type in your name. We want to make sure you can hear and you are following your name, your school, and your province. All right, so please just make sure you do that. There is a register that has been sent on the Google Meet. There's a register sent on the Teams as well. Please kindly fill those registers. We need them. I see there's a hand up there by Rishile. I hope. Oh, okay, all right. Please put your hands down. Thank you for letting us know that you can hear, so that when you have a question, you can then just put your hands up again. All right, thank you. Keep those information coming in, your name, where you are, which school, and the province. All right, without wasting any more time, let's get on the session. Now, look, we want to show you how you can get through physical science with a minimum of 50 marks. It's going to be a short session. Please stay focused. 50%, all right? 50% then talks about what? 150 over 500 without doing so much work. So we're trying to see if the minimum mark that everyone should get should be a level 5 or a level 4. It's quite easy. Don't be surprised. You can please have a calculator, have your notes, and make some notes as we discuss this whole strategy. Now, without wasting time, we are going to go to paper 1. Remember, there are 2 papers, so we go to paper 1, and then we'll deal with paper 2 as well. Let's look at paper 1 quickly. We all know the first. Okay, there's multiple choice, by the way. Guys, I am going to, for now, get a 0 in multiple choice. Complete 0, no questions answered, just 0 for now. Let's see what this would lead us to. At the end of the session, we will add all these marks together, and we will see. Now, when it comes to question 2, Newton's laws, one of these laws will definitely be tested, a law or a definition. And you and I know that that is automatically how many marks? 2 marks. A law, we call it the non-negotiables because you cannot negotiate that question. It is always there. And please know that it is not usually Newton's second law, because some of you just come Newton's second law and that's it. No, that's first, second, third, universal gravitation. What other definitions are we expecting? Distance, displacement, speed, velocity. Let me add acceleration to that. Let's add acceleration to that. That is also examinable. So I know definitely I'm getting 2 marks. And with this, we took a 2023 May June paper as our test sample. All right. Now, you will be tested on free body diagrams. How many marks? Minimum is 3 marks. Take note of that. Minimum of 3 marks, which means I'm sitting on 5. The next one, there'll be a calculation. And definitely because it is Newton's second law, this formula will definitely be used. Now, please understand that you'd only get a mark when you substitute, all right, with values from the question. Don't just bring your values from home. Values from the question. So even if you're not going to get these marks, and you substitute from values from the question, you're getting 1 mark. That is 1. Yes, I see a hand there. I see a hand, Boagi. Newton's laws, we are looking at a minimum of 6 marks. Let's take note. Minimum of 6. Check, I haven't done any calculation. All right? And some of you are going to do calculations and get them right. Minimum 6 marks. Let's run quickly. Look at a test paper. All right? Okay, please make sure you read. Because we are running out of time, we're just going to run through. Definitely, I would get, look at 2.2. Draw a labeled free body. I will be getting that. 2 marks. State Newton's second law. I'll be getting that. 2 marks. Calculate the value of M applying Newton's second law. F net equals to what? MA. I'll be getting 1 out of 5. Right? Oh, by the way, show by from 2.1, I would also get a mark. Show by means of a calculation that the magnitude of the acceleration. So I'm using a formula that has A. Let's say my substitution is even wrong. I have 1 mark there. Calculate the maximum height. I know I am using delta Y. Again, 1 mark. Check in this question. How many marks is Lena getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this Lena hasn't done any calculation. But this Lena has done what? Substituted correctly or used the correct formula and substituted with one of the values in this question. This Lena is already sitting on 7. Mind you, we said a minimum of what? 6, which means you can get more. So already I have 6. Okay, Newton's law done. Let's look at question 3. Vertical projectile what? Motion. Another definition. Okay, please keep your mics muted. Keep your mics muted, please. All right, thank you very much. Please keep filling the register, please. That register is important. Fill the register. Okay. Vertical projectile motion. They'll ask me for projectile and free fall. One of them, which will give me what? 2 marks. You must learn how to remember these definitions, guys. You already have a formula, a definition sheet. Please use them. That's your Bible for physics. That is your Bible for physics. All right, free body diagrams. This may not, look, I'm looking at the minimum. This may be there and may not be there. Even if it's there, it's 1 mark. Why? Because it's what? A projectile, and the only force acting is the force of what? Gravity. So maximum here would be what? 1 mark. Or minimum 1 mark. 1 mark there. But may not and may be there. So I'm not even going to count this mark, because it may not be there. All right. But definitely there's a calculation. And I know that there are about 3 calculations here. You knowing how to write the correct formula, 3 marks. Even if my substitution is wrong, right? I have 3 marks there. The graph. Please, we need to learn how to sketch a graph. It is very, very easy. Learn how to sketch. We'll give 2 marks minimum here. How many marks are we looking at? 5, 6, 7. Okay, we said we're not going to count the free body. So we're looking at what? 7 marks. Let's look at our sample question. Look at 3.1. Free Mahala. 2 marks. Now look at, calculate the time taken. By writing all my variables, I know I'm using a formula that has what? Time. That would give me what? 1 mark. The magnitude of the velocity, I know definitely I'm going to get what? 1 mark. Are you seeing that I'm not getting any calculation correct for now? All right. On the same system, draw a position time graph. Look, my beautiful learners, this 5 marks is a must. Because you can actually draw this position time graph by reading the question without any single calculation. You can get this 5 marks. So if I get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, this learner is getting what? 9 marks. What was our minimum? 7. So you are going actually above the minimum now. Remember question 2, our minimum was what? 6. Vertical projectile motion, minimum 7. We're going to add all at the end of the day. Okay. Let's go to momentum. Definitely again, one of these, and sometimes 2 definitions, but let's say 1. There's a 2 marks for me there. All right. And definitely the calculation, I have to write the formula as well. Remember, formula plus a substitution. But I am saying, guys, I don't even know if my substitution, my calculation is correct. So I'm getting just 1. 1 for the formula, which gives me what? 3 marks. Application. There's only one application here. F net is inversely proportional to what? Time. When change in momentum is constant. My beautiful learners, are you aware that that is 3 marks? Which will be there in the exam. They will ask you to apply. Yes, talk to me. You need to look for the right crazy physics, because I can see your screen. I have a monitor to check what you're seeing. There about, if you're on Google Meet, there are about 2 crazy physics there. Look for the right one. You'll see the one showing the screen. I've got a hand there, Katleo. Katleo, do you want to quickly say something or just type in? All right. So look for the right crazy physics. There'll be about 2 or 3, one for audio, one for video. Just click the one for video, you'll be able to see my screen. It's gone. Okay, hold on, let's check. Because I can see it here. Let's just check quickly. We're going to check now. Don't worry. We will check now. 1 second. We're going to reshare. Can you see it now? All right. Okay, thank you very much. All right, but now please let's keep it muted. Keep it muted. All right, so we said in momentum, you will be tested on definition, sometimes 2 of them, sometimes 1, but a minimum of 1. Look, in this session, we're looking at Elena, who's just tested on 1, just 1. And the formula and your application, we're looking at how many marks? Minimum? 6. Let's look at our test question and see. Look at 4.1. State the principle of conservation of linear momentum. Already, I know I'm having those 2 marks, right? Beautiful. Calculate the velocity. Now, you should know that I am going to use the formula of the law. 1 mark there for the formula. Average net force exerted. All right, I'm going to use a formula that has to do with what? Net force. What would I be getting? 1. Check here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4/8, exactly 50%. Level 4. Now, Elena hasn't done any calculation. This Elena is already sitting on a level 4 per question. All right, let's move on because we want to run. Work, energy, and power. I know a lot of you don't like this one, but I will be tested again on 1 of the definitions. How many marks? 2 marks. The examiner is going to test me on that. 2 marks. A free body diagram. Ooh, minimum here is also 3 marks. Now, the calculation, remember, the calculation, I will definitely be using work net equals to change in kinetic energy, or work done by non-conservative equals to EK, change in EK plus change in EP. I'll get 1 mark there. 2 plus 3 plus 1, a minimum of 5 marks. I know somebody's busy thinking this guy is joking. 5 marks. Hey, we are talking about 150. But let's go on. Just be patient with us. 5 marks here, minimum. Let's go to our test question and see. Define non-conservative. I'm getting my 2 marks. Use energy principles. I know that I'm using work done by non-conservative. I have 1/5. Calculate the minimum average power. I have 1/3 for every formula. Draw a labeled free body diagram. I have 3/3. Draw a velocity time. Let's even cancel that. It's okay. This learner is confused, not sure of what to draw. How many marks are we looking at? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I am sitting on 7, which is very close because this is 17 marks. Half of 17 is 8, right? So I'm sitting on a level 3 there. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Remember, I haven't done any calculation since I started this paper. I haven't done a single what? Calculation. Okay, let's move on. Remember, look, we said a minimum of 5. In the actual paper, the learner is getting what? 7. So you are going above the minimum. Please do do me a favor quickly. I want to go back to question 2. If you can create a table for me, I want minimum as we said and actual in the paper. Okay, let's go back to question 2. We want to compare. Question 2, we said minimum 6 in any paper. All right, and in this actual paper we're getting 7. So 6 against 7. All right. Question number 3. We said 7 minimum. In this actual paper, it's 9. All right. Question number 4. We said 6 minimum. And in this paper, 4. It's okay. We're going to balance it up as we go on. Question number 5. We said 5 on our own side. But in this paper, a learner should get what? 7. Can you see we've balanced now? That difference has been balanced. My dear learners, question number 6. It's 100%. Doppler, please, we're not negotiating. You are getting 100%. I've put a little picture here, and I'll tell you why I put a little picture here. If you go on YouTube and look for this, you can learn Doppler in 5 minutes. It's a song. Go and learn it. All the lyrics are talking about the content of Doppler effect. It's a song. Learn it, sing it. Sing while you are, dance while you're writing. Because it's just a simple song. I will be tested on one of these definitions: frequency, wavelength, Doppler, redshift and blue shift. Calculations you must get right. So here we are looking at what? 100%. How many marks is Doppler? Let's use this paper. 10 marks. Okay, it is plus or minus 10. So we are getting 10 over 10. Please go and practice Doppler until you know every little thing that will be tested. So for Doppler, 100% non-negotiable. We're not even going to look at this question. We just pass. Because it's 100%. Getting 100. Electrostatics, another 100%. Another what? 100%. You will be told to define either Coulomb's law, law of conservation of charge, electric field, and electric field at a point. You will draw electric field lines diagram, and then you do your calculations. What are the calculations that I should be expecting? Charges when spheres are brought in contact, number of electrons transferred, electrostatic force plus or net electrostatic force, electric field at a point plus net electric field at a point. These are all the calculations, including what? Graphs. What are we looking at here? 15. Please add 15 because it's 15 over 15. Electrostatics, we're getting 15. Remember, guys, we've been picking marks from 2, 3, 4, 5. When we get to 6, 100. When we get to 7, 100. 8. Oh, here we did this, 15 over 15. Okay. Electric circuits. What are we looking at? Very briefly. Electric circuits. I will be told to define one of this. Ohm's law, current, resistance, internal resistance, voltage, or EMF. So how many marks there? 2. Now, I will be tested on which concept? Voltmeter reading. My dear learners, this is likely to be the last question. Somebody is changing our setup. Please do not change the setup. All right, please don't change the setup. Lovely. Look, I want to quickly show you something on this concept. It is 4 marks. Every learner must get that mark. It's the last one. And I wanted to quickly write this down. We're not really doing content today, but I wanted to write this down. Revive. Quickly. That's my 4 marks. Revive. Go and check. Almost any paper would have that as the last question. What does R stand for? Resistance. What about I? Current. What is VI? Internal voltage. So volt internal, which is lost, right? V lost. And what is VE? Voltage what? External, which is your V external. And here's the secret. If this one increases, this one will decrease because they are inversely. Now, according to Ohm's law, that will decrease. and the last one will increase because EMF is constant. Guys, please, I want you to master this. And if I were to change the directions, if this one decreases, this will increase, this will increase because of Ohm's law, and this will what? Decrease. The relationship here, inverse. The relationship here, direct. The relationship here, EMF is constant. This is 4 marks in any paper because you'll get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Check any paper.
They say on Google Meet they can't see. Yeah,
On Google Meet, but this is my Google Meet and I can see. Okay, let's check again. Just going to reshare. I think somebody on Google Meet, right? On Google Meet, probably somebody, you know, this tech savvy. We can see your screen. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Someone actually played around with it. One moment. Okay. Can you see now? Should be visible. All right. Someone just played around, you know. Yes, Mangai, your hand is raised. Do you want to say something quickly? Can you see the screen now? It is it should be visible now. Teboro? All right. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Please mute yourselves as well. Okay, I will repeat. May you please repeat? We didn't see. Okay, I will repeat that. No problem. I said, when it comes to electric circuits, the last question is always around this. All right? Revive, the last one. Revive. And it is 4 marks in an exam. What does my revive mean? Resistance, current, V internal, V external. So the question will be centered around what will happen to the total resistance. If my total resistance increases, my current will decrease. Why? They are inversely what? Proportional. Now, if my current decreases, my V lost will also decrease. Why? They are directly proportional, Ohm's law. And because EMF is constant, the voltage external will increase. Follow that order. First one increase, second one decrease, third one will decrease, and the fourth one will increase. And if I change the direction of the resistance in terms of value, I just follow through. If resistance decrease, current will increase, V lost will increase, and V external will decrease. And I said it is 4 marks. I'm expecting every learner to get that. All right, so check. That is 2 plus 4, 6. Calculation, at least 1 mark, which you are definitely likely to get more than 1 because there's more than 1 calculation. There's voltage calculation, there's EMF calculation. Let's make that 3 or minimum 2. Let's say 2. We're looking at barest minimum. Okay, minimum 2. Let's go out. Let's check our test paper. 8.1, state Ohm's law, 2 marks. Calculate the reading on the voltmeter. Definitely V equals to I. 1 mark there. Reading on an ammeter, okay, so it's 1/3, 1/4. Power dissipated, 1/3. 8.3, calculate the EMF, 1/5. 8.4, how does the voltmeter reading change? revive. 4 marks. What are we getting? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What did we say our minimum was? 8, right? Good. Our minimum was 8, but we're saying in our sample paper, it is 10. And look, you can take any other sample paper if you want. I've done a few sample papers. Just take any other sample paper and compare. That's 10. Number 9, electrodynamics. Here's what you should be getting, please. Let me make it bold. Let me make it bold. Electrodynamics, it's 100%. Please. No stories there. What are you going to be tested on? It's a generator. And the principle of operation, please. What about a motor? Principle of operation. Root mean square. The functions of the part. What will a coil do? What will a carbon brush do? The direction of flow of current, right hand and left hand. Let me give you a quick acronym that can help you here. God rules my life. A quick one. God rules my life. What is that? Generators. You use your right hand. And motors. You use your left. Now, that is 1 mark, 2 marks, but it is part of the 100%. You are not allowed to lose any mark. Amount of current produced due to the relative position of the coil. As the coil is rotating, all right, we're talking about that. Where should the coil be? All right, the coil should be horizontal here at 0. The coil should be vertical between the magnets. Again, minimum. I'm looking at the pace we are going. We might look at one content just to help. All right, please. Electrodynamics 100. How many marks? 13. Beautiful. We are getting the whole 13. I know it's plus or minus 15, but 13 and 13. We're good. Photoelectric effect. Here's your mark again. 100. 100%. You will be tested on one of the definitions. Photoelectric effect, all right, or the nature of light, photon, work function, threshold frequency. Now, the conditions for photoelectric effect. Let's talk about that quickly. E must be greater than work function. F must be greater than threshold frequency, and then the wavelength less than the maximum wavelength. A popular question, there's no way you are going to answer a question without talking about number 6. How will intensity or change of frequency of light affect? This is a guaranteed. Now, what is intensity? It's basically number of what? Photons. And this will affect the number of electrons. And this will increase what? Current. And you are done there. For frequency, so this is intensity. All right, I'm going to summarize one topic just for today because I'm buying time quickly here. Frequency talks about what? The energy of the photon, and this will affect the kinetic energy of electrons. Please take note. Number will only affect number. Energy will affect what? Energy. And then you do your calculations, you draw your graph, you interpret. How many marks are we looking at here? This is how many marks? 14. Beautiful. 14. Let's grab our calculators. I want us to check paper 1. Let's grab our calculator quickly. Or let's do this. Let me create a table. All right, this is what we're looking at in terms of marks, but let's create a table quickly. I want us to write this down. All right. Threshold mark versus paper mark. Threshold mark versus paper mark. Question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Question 1, 0. Question 2, 6 against 9. Okay, this is a threshold and sample. Number 3, 6 against 7 and 9. Question 4, 6, 4, 5 and 7, 10, 10, 15, 15, 10, 8. Okay, electricity, yeah. 8, 10, 13, 13, 14, 14. Let's add quickly. Let's see. Out of 150, what am I getting without multiple choice and without a serious calculation? 6 plus 5, then I have 10, 25 there, plus 8, plus 27, right? 84 over 150. Wait, what is that percentage? 56%. Check. 84 over 150. And that is 56. I haven't even done much. Guys, this is for a learner who is going to school to say, good morning, sir. How are you, sir? Are you good? This learner is not even doing homework. Just doing a normal class activity. How are you, sir? Sir, are you okay? Sir, did you eat today? This is what a learner is get without serious work. Definitions. But mind you, look at those questions that we said. Which questions? Doppler, electrostatics, electrodynamics, and photoelectric effect. This learner is already sitting on 56%. And in an exam, I could actually use 1.5 hours on that alone out of the 3. Mind you, you're not even going to get a 0 in multiple choice. So if Elena gets, let's see, Elena gets 3 questions right in multiple. Let's play around with the marks. Elena just gets 6 right. That would be 84. 84 plus 6, right? That gives me 90. So 900 divided by 150. Check. Level 5. You come out and straight to UJ. Yes, Dante. Dante, your hand is up. You want to talk to me quickly? Dante. All right. Type a message if you cannot unmute yourself. Now, in our sample paper, what is this learner getting? Let's check. 9 plus 9 plus 4 plus 7 plus 25, 35 plus 27. 91. Not bad. For Elena who's not serious. 91. All right, I heard that sound. Let me see what's going on. Which one went off?
Teams is full.
Okay. Why did it do that? Okay, 1 second. At least we did paper 1. But I'll join now again. I'll join again. Guys, are we okay? Is it making sense? That without doing so much, I'm already sitting on what? Level 5. without doing so much, I'm already sitting on level 5. I should be back on now. Guys, did it make sense? Did it make sense? Can we all see? All right, you were enjoying the live stream. Good, because you're just getting free marks. These are free marks. Level 5 free marks. Level 5 free marks. So if you are now adding some extra night of study, level 6. Which one? All right. Oh, okay. I was saying that for a learner who is not doing so much, so you're not doing so much, you're not doing so much, this is your minimum, 56%. All right. But remember, we said it is highly impossible. We mark a lot of papers. We hardly see a learner who gets 0, multiple choice. So I mean, 1 or 2 marks there, you add it up to that. So which means, and we did this one. What did we get here? We got 91. 91 over 150. This is 60%. And if you want to go practice with this paper, I used May, June 2023. So look, what we're saying here is this. Everything we spoke about will be tested. Prelims, final. Everything we spoke about will be tested. Let's go to paper 2 quickly and see what we have in paper 2. Chemistry. You will be shocked here now with the marks. You will be so shocked. Question 2, organic. Remember, I'm also getting a 0. Multiple choice for now. 0. 0. 10 questions. I know nothing. My paper is blank. Whatever had happened, I'm just getting a 0. But my organic, I must get full marks, please. Guys, I wanted to know that organic is repeated. I can predict what they're going to ask you. Identify the functional group. Write down the name. Talk about the isomers. All right? Define hydrocarbon. Functional group. Homologous series. Name compound. Please note, recently, there has been a lot of questions on. Oh, just trying to mute this mic. There have been a lot of questions on empirical formula. Please go, it's grade 10. I think even this paper had it. We'll check. But here, please, guys, 100% is a guarantee. 100. All you need to do, if you can practice 5 papers, you'll be fine. You'll see that the answers are just repeating. Practice 5 papers, you'll get that 100%. All right. Look at this. How many marks? 25. And by the way, look at the last question. Can you see? Determine the molecular formula of compound E, which is empirical formula and molecular formula there. That's 6 free marks. This is grade 10. You can take this to a grade 10 class and they'll get that 6 marks. What are we getting here? 100%. And in this particular question, 25 marks. Don't worry, when I finish, if we have some time, I want to go through one content for you quickly on one of those 4 that we spoke about in paper 1 or even paper 2. Okay. What will I be tested on here? Question 3. Surprise. I've got a surprise for you. Check that. 100 marks. Surprise. 100 marks. The examiner is asking you for boiling point, vapor pressure, temperature. These are the definitions they're going to ask you. Actually, there's 3. What is temperature, boiling point, vapor pressure? Now, they are going to then ask you for which one has a higher boiling point. I should actually change this one. This one is for the other question. All right, let me discuss that quickly. Which one has a higher boiling point? There are only a few things that the examiner is going to ask you. Higher boiling point or vapor what? Pressure. The examiner will either use intermolecular forces. The examiner would use structure of the chain, the examiner would use the molecular mass and finally the examiner would bring in, on the structure of the chain, they'll bring in the position of the functional group. And that is all. For intermolecular force, what do? Identify, compare the strength, and talk about energy required. We call it the ICE principle. And you know your identification. All right? L, D, D, H. London, dipole, and hydrogen bond. And you are done. London is the weakest, dipole is middle, hydrogen bond is the strongest. Which one requires more energy? Hydrogen bond. All right, no, you compare. Yeah, I've already compared. Identify, compare, energy. Structure of the chain. What are they going to ask you? The long chains, all right, would have what? A higher boiling point. I see a hand there. Let's see. I'm going to take your questions now. All right. Then your what? Your branched. Right? Molecular mass, definitely as the, check these two. These two are actually under this. Because as the molecular mass increases, the structure of the chain is getting longer. All right? And the position as well. If it's on carbon 1, it talks about the structure of what? Of the chain. So everything is linked here. I'm expecting every learner to get what? Full marks. Let's see. There was a hand there. Angela, you saying something? You want to talk to me quickly? Angela, your hand is up. 11 marks. Angela, 11 marks there. Let me know if there's nothing. Please just take note. All right. 11 marks. 11 marks. The first one was 25. This is 11. The last one. Chemical properties. Now, this is where I know that we really don't like, no, this should be reactions, okay? This should be reactions. Let me just take this out. This should all be reactions. And I know Lena's always crying. Wow. Reactions are difficult. Okay, good. Reactions. Guys, look at this. These are all my reactions. This is everything I need to answer question number 4. All right, this is all I need. The first one talks about the types of reaction: substitution, addition, and what? Elimination. And how do I know which one is which? From saturated to saturated, substitution. Unsaturated to saturated, addition. Saturated to unsaturated, elimination. The second thing you need to know is the conditions. Now, where are my conditions? Here. All right? Please take note. If you can, look, if you can take a screenshot of this, go and use it. Every time I'm dealing with hydrogenation, I need platinum. Halogenation, UV light. Hydration, dilute sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, excess water. Hydrogenation, there must be no water. Esterification, concentrated sulfuric plus heat in a water bath. You are done. These are the things they will ask you. That is all. And what are my, oh, these are catalysts. These are conditions, right? Lovely. If I am dealing with an elimination reaction, I'm going to use concentrated strong acid or base plus strong heat. If it is substitution, then I am dealing with dilute. Guys, this page answers every question number 5. Yep. Yes, ma'am.
I want you to go back. JB Matavani High School want you just to go back and start because they connection issues.
Okay. From paper 2.
Yeah, beginning of organic chemistry.
Okay. Organic. All right. We said 100% here. You are first you are defining. Define, talk about isomers, functional group, the homologous series. If Elena, if you can actually identify which what's the functional group, you are actually done with chemistry then. All right. So this one is 100. Look, guys, we're not going to negotiate this. If you answer 3-4 questions, you'll see that your 100% is in because the answers are going to be repeated. Here's a sample of a question. You see, a letter that represents unsaturated. I know I'm looking for a double bond. Please, maybe I'll look at this one. You need to draw this structure. Don't look at it like that. Always draw the structure. All right. Always draw a structure. Can I quickly do something here in case I don't have time? Look at 2.2.5. That's very important. Balanced equation of molecular of combustion, complete combustion of compound A. Let's check compound A. How many carbon atoms are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, please let's keep the mic muted. This is what your combustion reaction would be. Let me just quickly deal with this and give you heads up. When an alkane reacts with oxygen, it will give us carbon dioxide plus water. And definitely, you see these 3 marks? Every learner must get it. Let's try this one. I want to do something first. CH4 plus O2. I know I'm going to have CO2. This already gives me how many marks? 2 marks. Why? 1 on the reactant side, 1 on the product side. Where's my 3rd mark? Balancing. Please look at how I'm going to balance. This you should balance in 7 seconds. And this is what I'm going to do. Start by writing. Don't ask me why. Just start by writing a 2. I've tested it. I'm going to be very slow now. Start by putting what? A 2. Are you there? So this tells me I have 2 carbon what? Atoms. Remember, there's a number here. What's the number? 1. Check. First step. It's about 4 steps. I have a 2. What is 2 times 1? 2. I'm going to write it here. I hope you see that. I'm going to give you one to practice now. First, start by writing a 2. 2 times 1 would give me 2. What is my next number? 4. I'm going to copy that number and paste it. Right now, I'm not thinking. I'm just following a principle. Take that 4 and write it there. I have one more step. Look at the oxygen on the right. What is 2 times 2? 4 plus 4. That will give me what? It means I have 8 oxygen atoms on the right, but I have 2 on the left. What will I multiply by 2 to get 8? 4. Watch this. These numbers are even numbers. What would I do? Divide by 2. CH4 plus 2O2. 2CO2 plus 2H2O. And I am done. No, there's no 2 here. Let's try. I want to go through this again with you. Please listen carefully. Let me get a fresh page. I want to go through this again. I want you to get it. Because I see a lot of learners struggle with this and waste time. C2H6 plus O2 to give me what? CO2 plus H2O. If you remember the rule, what is the first thing? Put a 2. Now, what is 2 times 2? 4. I'm done. What's my next number? 6. Copy and paste. There. 4 times 2? 8. Plus 6? 14. There's a 2 here. What number should I multiply by 2 to get 14? 7. Done. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to increase my pace. C3H8 plus O2. My pace is going to increase because I wanted to get it. Start by 2. 2 times 3, 6. Copy and paste the 8. Why do I have a 6 here? Copy and paste, okay, 6, 2. Oh yeah, this is 8. Copy and paste the 8. Let's check. 6 times 2, 12. Plus 8, 20. This would give me what? 10. But I cannot leave it that way, right? I have to divide by what? 2. So what do you have? And I'll tell you the ones you are dividing by 2. Yes, talk to me. There's a hand up.
Sir, can you slow down?
Oh, I thought I was increasing because you got the first one. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Who was that? Is it Limpo? Okay, Rizana, we're going to show the mark allocation. All right. Okay, let me slow down. C4H12, right? 4 times 2, 8, 10. Plus, okay, let's slow down. Then I'll increase my pace again. Carbon dioxide plus H2O. What is the first step? 2. What is 2 times 4? Can you see where I put my 8? I'm writing the answer there. Is that fine?
Yes.
What is the next number? 10. Copy and paste that number. Do you see that, right? First, I put a 2. 2 multiplied by 4 would give me 8. That's my 8 there. Already I can see that my carbon is balanced. What's the next number? 10. Put that 10 there. Why am I putting 10? And you see hydrogen is 20. 10 times 2 will also give me what? See, my hydrogen. All right. Let's check the number of. I'm going to mute now, but you talking to me, keep your mic on. Every other person, please be muted. I've got 2 mics on. There's Sia and can't see this name. Is it Kaisile? If you're not talking to me, please, mute the mic. All right. 8 times 2, what will that give me? 16. But there's a 10 here. Plus 10. What will that give me? 26. I have a 2 here already. What is 26 divided by 2? 13. I am done balancing. I'm going to do 2 more. C5, H12 plus O2, CO2. And the last one, I'm going to do it very fast. Start by putting a 2. What is 2 times 5? 10. What is the next number? 12. Copy and paste it. What is 10 times 2? 20. Plus 12. 32. I have a 2 here already. What do I need? 16. My numbers are even. I'm going to tell you which ones to divide. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Let me clean this one. And divide by 2. Which ones am I dividing? That's the one I wanted to tell you now. Connection. With which one? Teams. Okay. We're back on. All right. It's just network. Which ones am I dividing? I want you to see. The ones I'm dividing are the ones with the odd number. You see, when it was C3, I had to divide by 2. When it was C5, I had to divide by 2. But if it's an even carbon, then I don't divide. Let's do one. I want you to see how fast it's going to be. C6H what? 14 plus O2. What is my product? Check if you are now good with this. I close my eyes even to do it. 2 times 6, 12. Copy and paste. 14. 12 times 2, 24. Plus 14, 38. Divided by 2, 19. Next question. Done. Did that make sense? Did that make sense? Let me see. Give me a thumbs up for those of you that know what to do. Ah, I'm seeing the thumbs up there. Lovely. Guys, please. Yes, let's see a hand there. Someone raised their hand. Someone gave me a thumbs down. Can I see that person again? I want to go to the rest of the questions, but let me quickly take that. Someone gave me a thumbs down saying you are lost. Can I see that hand again? No one. Okay. Irene, I got you. Irene and Kutluano. Irene, do you want to unmute yourself quickly? I'm giving you a special attention now. Quickly, Irene, unmute yourself. I want to talk to you. Quickly.
Yes, sir.
Irene, how are you?
I'm good, and you, sir?
I'm very, very well. Where are you from, Irene?
I'm from Tabo Secondary.
Upper secondary.
Yes. In Soweto.
Ah,
Naledi.
great. So where to? Okay, Irene, keep your mic on for this particular session. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Irene, let's start. Let's go back to the one we've done before. C3H8 plus O2 to give me what? Carbon dioxide. Are you okay with this, Irene?
Yes, sir.
How many marks are you getting so far?
Yeah.
On this one, just knowing this. 2 marks, Irene. Irene,
Yes.
carbon dioxide and water gives you 2 marks. Are you okay there?
Yes, sir. I'm okay there.
All right. What was the first step? What do you remember what we said you should do?
Before the C3, you put 2.
Oh, sweet. Such a sweet child. Yes. Talk to me. Then?
And then you're going to say 2 multiplied by 3,
Yes.
which is 6.
Where should I put the 6?
On the CO2. Before the
Wait,
CO2.
Nana. You are supposed to be in university now. You're already done.
I'm lost. I don't know what's next. Sir.
Okay. Do you notice I'm done with the 3, right?
Yes.
What is the next number? What is next number?
It's 8.
Good. Just copy that thing, Nana, and paste it here. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know the next step now?
6 times 2, the
Sweet.
oxygen. 6 times 2
Beautiful.
plus
Yes.
8.
Would give you what?
20.
Sweet. Then what do I do?
You put the 20 near the O2.
Nah. Do you notice here I am saying I have 20 oxygen atoms on the right.
Mm.
Here I have a 2 already. What number should I be?
You're going to put 10.
Wait, you're so sweet. I have 10 there. But there's a problem with the equation. What's the problem?
The numbers are too big.
Good. We can find a ratio of that, right? So what do? We divide by
2.
So what do I have? C3
H8
plus
5O2.
Sweet. What's next?
3CO2.
Oh, okay. You are taking my job already. Plus
4H2O.
Nana, I have a tuition you must come and teach. Okay, Irene, just before you go, let's do one more.
Okay.
And then we move. C6 8, 12, what, 14? No, I think I did 6. I want to do something that you've not done. 7, 16 plus O2 to give me what? CO2 plus? Okay, come, Irene, shoot.
2 before the C7.
Lovely. Next.
And then you copy and paste.
We need to deal with the 7.
Oh, yes. 2 times 7.
Beautiful.
It's 14
Okay. Where should I put the 14?
before the CO2.
Beautiful. Next.
Then we go to the 16.
Okay.
Copy and paste.
And then where should I paste it?
H2O.
Lovely. Next.
14 times 2.
Beautiful. Will give me what?
28
Uh-huh.
plus 16.
Beautiful. What would that give us? I'll help you.
42. 44, sorry.
44. Okay, what should I do with the 44?
Divide by 2.
Thank you. What do I get?
22.
All right. Am I fine?
No.
Okay, what should I do?
Divide by 2.
So what do I have? C7
C7 H16
plus
11O2
to give us
7CO2
lovely plus
8 H2O.
Nana, you're already in UJ, very close to Soweto then. You walk from your house. You walk from your house straight to UJ.
Yes.
Good. We're done. All right.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. Dante, let me take your question quickly. Thank you, Irene. That was beautiful. Dante, question quickly. And Limpo, are you also okay now? Because we now took it slow. Limpo, are you okay? Because you gave me a thumbs down. Are you okay, Limpo?
I need the difference between complete and incomplete.
Okay. But generally, the examiner, because oxygen is always complete. This is what is expected. This is what is expected. All right. This is what will be expected because it is burning in air. So we would say a complete what? Combustion of an alkane. By the way, even an alkene would give you the same thing, including alcohols. Are we okay? It will give us carbon dioxide and water. Dante, your hand is raised, and I'm not sure if you're saying something there. All right, if there's a question, guys, I will come back. I want to make sure we do the main focus of the session. All right, then we would come back and deal with content questions if there is any. All right, good. So we looked at organic reactions, and we said, oh yeah, reactions. We said this is all about your reactions. How many marks? 18. Let's take note. Organic reactions will give us what? 18. Every learner must get this 18 marks. Organic reactions, 18. Please, organic reactions, 18. If we finish quickly, we'll get high. Yes. Who am I speaking to? Dante. Okay. Gone again. Gone again. How many marks am I expecting here? 100%. Lovely. Okay. Question number. This one. Okay. Yeah, please take a screenshot if you want.
Hello?
Yes, Dante.
I'm trying to unmute.
Yes, Dante, I'm listening to you.
Hello?
Yes, Dante, we can hear you.
I just need a question about the ratios.
The what?
The ratios.
Which ratios are you talking about, Dante?
The ratios of the question, the equation.
You mean when we were balancing?
Yes.
Okay, here. What's the question quickly?
I would just like him to repeat how he balanced the last one.
How we balance?
How he balanced the products.
Okay, what do you understand so far on the balancing?
I understand that you have to multiply it or what, but by the last part.
Okay, all right. Let's try together. We have C4. Okay, there's a lot of noise there though, Dante.
Okay.
Are you in class?
Yes, sir. We're in class.
Okay, all right. Which school?
Danchavel.
Where is that?
Danchavel in extension
Eldo.
4.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Okay, Dante, look at the board.
Oh, never mind. It's fine.
Are you
My
okay?
friends told me they explained to me how to do it.
Okay, quickly, let's do. Okay, show me that you understand. What is your first step?
The
What is your first step? Show me that you got this now. What's your first step?
you multiply the reactants by the products.
Reactant by product. I'm lost. Take me through quickly. You have 10 seconds. What should I do? Dante, are you there? We start by putting a 2, not reactant by product. The reactants and product is not mathematics, like chemicals. All right? Start by putting a 2, then you multiply 2 times 4, 8. You carry your 10 and drop it there. 8 times 2 would give me 16, plus the 10. That would give me what? 26. Then you divide that by 2 and bring it here. 13. Please go and practice this. It will be tested. All right, Dante, I'm sure you are okay, and your friends can also assist you there. But let's go through quickly. How many marks here? We said 18, right? Lovely. And we'll show all the mark allocation for each of the subject topics later on. Rate of reaction, boom, another 100. Another 100. So in chemistry, our first 4 questions, 100% complete. All right? 100% complete. You are going to be tested, define rate, define temperature. What is a catalyst? Identify endo and exothermic, activation energy, and collision theory. Now you talk about the factors that affect the rate. And then you look at your graphs. And most importantly, your calculations. You'll be told to calculate the rate and this stoichiometry. The stoichiometry alone is about 6 marks, between 5 and 6. At the end of this session, I'm going to show you quickly the secret of stoichiometry. No, let's do it now before I forget. My dear learners, whether you are doing acid and base, whether you are doing organic chemistry, whether you're doing rate of reaction, I want to quickly show you the secret of rate of reaction. There's someone whose mic is on. Let's see. There's someone whose mic is on and there's a child there. Okay. Look at this. How many marks in total? 2 plus 16 marks. Beautiful, beautiful. Free 16 marks. Free 16 marks. But here is what I'm going to quickly discuss with you as my content for today. The recipe, let's call it the recipe of stoichiometry. Whether you are doing acid and base, whichever topic, electrochemistry, recipe. Quickly. Anything I want to calculate will come from N. What are the things that I will be getting from N? Watch this. Number of moles is mass over molar mass. Concentration is number of moles over volume, or if you like, you can write it like that. Number of moles is number of particles over Avogadro's constant. And number of moles is volume over molar what? Volume. Oh, we can actually add to that. Let me make it nice. By bringing in electricity here. All right. We know that Q equals to what? Let me the way it's written on the formula page, I equals to what? Q over delta T, talking about current, right? Now I am on photoelectric effect, also on electrochemistry. These days they're asking current. I think last year there was a lot of stoichiometry that was being tested. Q is what? I delta T. But then from physics, we know that if you check your electrostatics, N equals to what? Q over what? E. All right? N equals to, which means I need that N again, because Q therefore is what? NE. Check. NE equals to what? I delta T. Where this N, my beautiful, now I want to quickly show you something here. This N is the number of electrons. Can you see how I brought in my number of moles? Everything you do in physics, chemistry, especially chemistry, has to do with number of moles. Now, please take note. An examiner then gives you this. I wanted to see this. I wish I could change the way the formula page is written a little bit, but I can't. So you need to understand what I'm doing here. N equals to N over NA. Please, I wanted to listen to this. There's a mic on, and that mic is going to disturb me because this is very, very crucial. This part is crucial. What is this N? Number of moles. And what is this N? Number of electrons. Please take note. And this is Avogadro's, which means everything is now linked. So if an examiner gives me number of electrons, what do I need to do? If they give me number of electrons, I need to get the number of moles first. Then bring that number of moles into my equation, because everything has to do with number of moles. So this is the first recipe. All my calculations rest on what? Number of moles. But now let's go get the marks quickly. I hope you're okay here. Everything surrounds number of moles. Mass, I have to get number of moles. Concentration, I have to get number of moles. Number of particles, I have to walk around number of moles. Volume, I have to walk around number of moles. Don't worry, I'll show you the stoichiometry of this part probably when I'm done here. But let's quickly walk through this, because this one I'll need to show you something here. But we are saying that everything I am looking for in chemistry has a relationship with N. I hope that makes sense. But here is the deal, the recipe now. Examiners are going to give me so many things. Check here. Yes.
Sir,
Yep.
can you please go back to the formula of I equals to Q over T?
There's so much noise there.
Sir, can you please go back to the formula of I equals to Q over delta T?
It's there on the screen. Can you see the screen?
So can you please explain it further, because I'm a bit lost from the when you say N equals to Q over E.
Okay. I'm gonna come. Let me quickly do the stoichiometry. And I'll come back to that part. I'll deal with this part when I get to electrochemistry. Will that be fine?
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yes, I'll do that part when I get to electrochemistry. So here's what the examiner is going to give you. And the examiner is going to ask you to calculate, please listen to this part, the mass of A. This is rate of reaction, this is acid and base, this is whatever it is, all right? For me to get the mass of A, what do I need? Let's write the formula. Number of moles is mass over molar mass. Molar mass I can simply get from the periodic table. So that is not a problem. So for me to get the mass, what do I need? Number of moles is my problem. But here's the secret. They will not give you the number of moles of A. That's why it's 6 marks, 7 marks, 8 marks. The examiner is going to give you information on either this, or this. Here are the things you need to do. Step 1. Calculate the number of moles. I'm just going to use N. That reacted or that is produced. This is rate of reaction because we said 100%, right? That's why I'm going through this. Number 1, step 1. Calculate the number of moles. If it is reacted, we are talking about the reactants. And if it's produced, we're talking about what? The products. Calculate that. Whether V over Vm, N over Na, M over molar mass. But you need to calculate the number of moles that reacted. Step 2. Use mole ratio to transfer the moles. For example, let's say I got the number of moles of B. I'm just going to use a number, maybe 2, 3 there. Then I would come here and say, okay, A is to B, 2 to 3. Then I'll bring the number of moles here. For example, we're saying B, right? I'll bring the number of moles of B here, and I know this is number of moles of A. What will I do? Cross multiply. Once I get through this step, I have already calculated the number of moles of A. By the way, this number of moles is what was missing. Can you see I'm done with the question? Once I get my number of moles, I bring it back here. So step 3, calculate what is needed. This is 5, 6 marks. You can use this in any stoichiometry. Please take note, I'll repeat again, because we need to move now. Number 1, calculate the number of moles that reacted. Number 2, use mole ratio to transfer the number of moles. Let me put to transfer the number of moles. I wrote moles. To transfer the number of moles. So I go to my balanced equation and write out the ratio. It's 2 to 3. Na and Nb. Meanwhile, I have already gotten Nb here. That will allow me to get Na by cross multiplying. Once I get this Na, this is what is needed. Even if you are doing percentage purity, it's the same way. All right. This is the stoichiometry of rate of reaction. Please try this. How many marks is rate? Because we need to add up the marks. We said 16 here. Lovely. 16. 16 good marks for every learner who wrote this particular paper. And the papers are standard. So mark allocation are quite similar. Number 7, question 7, chemical equilibrium. I know when I go to a lot of schools, they shout, it's the what? KC table. My beautiful learners, don't stress. What is, remember already, I have full marks in 2, 3, 4, and 5. Full marks. Look at question 6. This one, without even opening the paper, I can tell it's about 18 marks. But there'll be a definition, 2 marks. They are going to ask me for factors that affect equilibrium, yield, and equilibrium constant. And then equilibrium constant and temperature. All of this will amount to 6 marks. Which factor? How does it affect? KC calculation that you're giving yourself headache about, it's 8 marks. And out of these 8 marks, I can even get 5 from the table. This is my answer being wrong. I'll get 5 for 1 mark for the adding or subtracting, whether reactant or product. I'll get 1 mark for the ratio. I'll get 1 mark for dividing by the correct volume. Right? I'll get another mark for my KC expression. If I substitute what I have, I still get a mark, although I don't get a mark for the final answer. So by substituting value, check. And Elena is saying, no, out of 8, I'm getting 5. Definition, I'm getting 2. The KC table, I'm getting 5. Concepts that are tested, I'm getting 6. My beautiful learners, check. 5 plus 6, 11 plus 2 would give me, okay, let's drop this because I want to look at the minimum. Let's drop this to 4. And I'll tell you where the 4 marks is coming from. KC is increased. Temperature is decreased. Is it exothermic or endothermic? I want to answer that question before I go and look at the question. This is 4 marks. Total, what do we have? 11. Okay. My good learners, before we look at the question, let's check this. Temperature of a system increases. KC decreases. Is the forward exo or endo? 1 mark. Explain. Explain. How many marks? 3 marks. That's the 4 marks I was talking about. I'm going to quickly do this. You still have some time to beat. Please listen carefully. I'm only doing 1. I'll start by looking at the conditions that I'm given here. Temperature increases, right? Okay. Look at this, everybody. What is the condition I know? Increase in temperature favors which reaction? I'm sure you are answering there. Endothermic. Out of the 3, 1 mark. Now, that's the first condition. Number 2, KC value decreases, right? Look, let's go back. We usually say KC is the concentration of what? Products over the concentration of what? Reactants when we calculate. They are not inversely proportional, please. But I know that for this one to decrease, it means the product concentration has also decreased. If the product decreases, what happens? Or rather, we can also say the reactant is what? Increasing in concentration. Focus on the one that is increasing. That will help you. Let me clean this. I'll repeat. KC decreases, it means concentration of reactants have what? Increased. By the way, where is your reactants? It's on the left-hand side. For this to increase, which reaction is favored? The reverse. Oh, so I'll say the reverse reaction is favored when KC decreases. I have my second mark. You are all doing mathematics. Let's do a bit of substitution reaction. Simultaneous equation. Somebody saying simultaneous? Yes. How many times have I used the word favored? Twice. Endothermic is favored. Reverse is favored. What does that mean? It means my reverse is endo. Reverse is endo. What is the examiner asking me? The examiner is saying is the forward, so endo. They are looking at the forward, right? So what would I say? Forward is what? Exothermic. I have my marks. Meanwhile, they have said, is this endo or exo? I'll answer what? Exothermic. I'm sure your teachers told you about negative marking, people. All right. Increase in temperature favors, and this one is a constant statement. It will not change. Is that okay? The reverse reaction, I need to add one more thing here. More reactants are formed. That's my third mark. Yeah. More reactants are formed. So check all the marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back. Definition, how many marks am I getting? 2. That yield thing, 4. The table, 5, 11. Let's look at our test paper. Will I get Le Chatelier's principle? Yes. These are the concepts I was talking about. What will happen to the number of moles based on equilibrium, right? I'll get my 1 mark, I'll get my 1 mark. The temperature of, oh wait, the equilibrium constant Kc at 721 is 0.02. The temperature of the container is now what? Increased. Equilibrium constant is now at what? 0.09. Look at the 4 marks we just discussed. Calculate the mass. We're saying you have an issue there. Get half. 4 plus 4, 8, 9, 10, plus 2. This learner is getting 12. This learner is 12 plus 16. That's a lot of marks. Young, what not? Your mic is on. Oh, Adora says I should explain percentage purity. Adora, I will definitely do that when I get to acid and base. I will do that. All right. Wait, what was our minimum? 11 versus this paper, 12. Okay. My dear learners, acid and base. This one is a general headache for learners. But here, look, you will be tested minimum. Every learner must go and learn the definition. Look at, I have 8 definitions. Lowry-Bronsted acid and base, Arrhenius acid and base, conjugate acid and base pair, strong and weak acid and base, concentrated and dilute, end point, equivalent point, and hydrolysis. My beautiful learners, all of these concepts will get you 6 marks or so. Okay, indicators. Let's talk about indicators. You must know. I have a picture that I'll show you as well. Oh, do I have it here? Oh, no, I don't have it. Indicator selection, they're going to ask you this. Don't stress too much about calculations if you want to get a level 5. Level 6 learners work through. But we're saying the barest minimum. And I want to show you out of your 8 marks calculation, right? Please get me 4 over 8. I want to tell you where the 4 is. Remember, definitions, there is more than one concept when it comes to acid and base. And the 4 marks over 8, where will it come from? Please watch this. When you see this word, neutralized, and your reactants are in the aqueous phase, please come through here. CB, VB, that is 4 marks in any calculation. Don't worry yourself about those 8 marks question and you are lost and you are spending unnecessary time on it. Please don't spend time. I'm not saying don't do it after. All right? You can do it after. But now we're looking at a learner who has been struggling with physics. How do I get a level 5? That is 4 marks. Let's see. How many marks so far? Acid and base. 10. Good. Test question. Let's go. Let's go. Define the term electrolyte. They brought in what? Electrochemistry here. Beautiful. I love this examiner. Okay, Elena doesn't even know what to do here. Confused. I'll leave the 4 marks. But let's check. Calculate the concentration. Okay, 1 mark. Barest minimum. Because C equals to what? N over V. Right? Then there's a whole lot of stories, blah, 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 blah. Let's leave that. Check this. Calculate the mass of ammonia. But before I go to look at these 7 marks, my beautiful learners, check. During the titration, 22 cubic centimeter of the dilute clean solution is what? They've just killed themselves, neutralized. And I check, it is aqueous, it is aqueous. Out of this 7, I'm going to get 4. Where will I get my 4 from? Because it is neutralized and we are working with what? Aqueous, Na over what? Nb, Cava over Cbvb. I'll get my 4 there. And now hydrolysis. Please, hydrolysis equation. This mark is for everyone. How do I answer my hydrolysis question? Quickly, let's go through this. Hydrolysis, mark for everyone. Number 1, what is hydrolysis? It's a reaction of what? Salt with water. How to write my equation? Number 1, identify the type of salt. When I mean type of salt, it is either acidic or basic. When will it be acidic? When I have a strong acid plus a weak base. This is what I usually say, guys. The strong one will always win. If you see me now fighting John Cena and you are putting your money on me, don't you know that you've lost? Or maybe I will beat John Cena, maybe, you know, I've got power. Maybe I'll beat John Cena. But there's no fighting about it, you know? Yeah, you're laughing. I can see that you're laughing. John Cena is a small boy when I get into the wrestling ring, you know. Can't you see my bone, my macho? Take John Cena, throw him to the ring. They count 3, it's done. But the strong one will always what? Win. So if I have a strong acid fighting with a strong base, what am I forming? An acidic salt. Same thing, what will I form a basic salt? When I have what? A weak acid plus what? A strong what? Base. So already I have identified my salt. Number 2, ionize the salt. I'll do a quick example. And number 3, react the salt with water. Or ionize the salt, react the weak ion with water, and you are done. 3 marks in the bag. 3 marks. I'll use this question quickly as a guide. We have this equation. So we are forming a salt. Ammonia is a weak acid. Hydrochloric acid, ammonia is a weak base. Hydrochloric acid is what? A strong acid. Okay, everybody, let's do this. So I have NH4Cl, ammonium what? Chloride. Let's ionize it quickly. What do we have? NH4 plus Cl minus. This one is coming from the weak guy, while this one is coming from the strong. Take this one. NH4 plus, do your normal acid and base reaction. This guy has an excess proton. Take it and give it to this guy. What are you going to have? NH3 plus H3O plus. Every time I see this, I know it is what? And my pH is less than. No one should be getting this wrong, please. Yes.
Can you go back to the NH4 plus equation?
Which one? The question itself.
No, where you start doing the equation, can you like start
Okay.
over?
Yes, talk to me. Ask your question.
Like I want to how you got from like H2O to H3O plus.
All right, beautiful. Oh, you're talking about here. Good. Now, I have 4 here, right? And it's a plus, which means it is having what? An excess proton. And water can act as an ampholyte, either an acid or a base. Are you with me?
Yes.
So I am going to remove a proton from here and transfer it there. What is 2 plus 1?
3.
That's my 3. And
Yes.
this is called hydronium what? Ion. And whenever I see hydronium ion, that's the definition of an acid. A substance that produces what? Hydronium what? Ions when dissolved or ionized in water. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And you get 3 marks. 1 on the left, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and 1 for balancing. And this is already balanced. Okay, hydrolysis. Let's add up all our marks here. I want to add up the marks that we said. It's a long question. Okay, we said how many? 2. We're skipping those ones. 3, but you should get those 3, but minimum. So 2 plus 1, 3. What do we have? Plus 4 because of neutralized and it's aqueous. That gives me what? 7. 7 plus 3. Elena should be getting what? 10. Out. Guys, are you aware that this is 49 something percent? Because 10,5 would give me exactly 50%. So I have passed. I'm sitting on level 4. All right. What was our own minimum that we raised? It was, oh, perfect. 10, 10. Can you see? It works, guys. This has been working. This has been working. We've used this system for years, and boom, learners have been passing. Electrochemistry, my favorite, 100%, no negotiation. Please, especially the galvanic cell. Take a picture of this, look for this song, look for this on YouTube. It's a song. It tells you everything you need to know on electrochemistry. Please, you are getting me 100%. Don't even want to talk much about this one. Energy conversion, reduction in terms of acid and base, in terms of electron transfer, reduction in terms of oxidation number. And what are the concepts? Identifying your anode and cathode. By the way, there are 10 things you need to know about that. I'll give you a summary. Half reactions, net ionic, cell notation. Yes. Sorry? Okay. There's a lot of noise there, so you need to move. Are you in class? Which school is that? Where? At Montec. Okay. All right. Soweto. All right. Good. Here are my steps for hydrolysis. Number 1, identify the type of salt. Why am I saying identify? That will tell you whether you are going to form. If it's acidic, you should be expecting to see what? Hydronium ion. If it is basic, expect to see what? Hydroxide ions. Is that okay? So identify. And for you to identify, there are common examples of what? Strong acid and strong base. You must know that. That's a must. Examples of strong acid and strong base. Number 2, ionize the salt. When I say ionize, break it down into positive and what? Negative. React the weak ion with what? Water. And these are the 3 steps that I explained. Number 1, we identified. This is what? An acidic salt. Why? It is coming from ammonia, which is a weak base, and what? Hydrochloric acid. So we ionize to give us NH4 plus and Cl. It's always the positive. Let me quickly say this, guys. The only, at your level, the only one where the negative comes first is if you have this. Please take note. This would be what? CH3COO minus. But other ones, it is the plus before the negative. So I identify this is from the weak base. So I take the weak base and react it with what? Water. And I know that a proton. Also, once you see that this is acidic, check. If you can identify this and you are not sure of which one to go, know that you are forming what? Hydronium ions. Does that make sense to you? The child that asked, are you okay? You are most welcome. All right, electrochemistry, please, like I said, look for this on YouTube. It was 2 years ago. It's redox, side to side. It's a song. Okay, please mute your mic now. We are getting 100% here, running out of time. But I promised Adora, is it Adora? I promised Adora that I'm going to do percentage purity. Please mute that mic. Okay. And so how many marks here? Galvanic? Oh, here. You need to take a picture of this, please. This is important. How to identify the anode and the cathode. Please take note. I discussed 10 things here. Anode loses electron. Anode, you have more negative there, polarity, quite a number of things. All right, the anode will decrease in size. Yes?
Can you please zoom in a bit?
You can zoom. Are you using a phone?
Yes.
You can actually zoom on your phone. Do you know that? Okay, but I'll help you. I'll help you here. My dear learners, if you miss your anode and cathode, you have missed this whole question, and we cannot afford that because we're saying 100%. All right? This is how to identify your anode and your cathode. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I discussed 9 points there. You are getting me 100%. Did you take a picture? Just screenshot. Okay? Screenshot. Lovely. Beautiful. All right. How many marks? 14. And finally, same thing here. Electrolytic cell. How many? 100%. That's what we get it. I have 2 songs on YouTube that you can also use to guide yourself. Application of electrolysis and electrolysis crazy physics. Just look for them. There are songs. Listen to them. It explains the whole concept of electrochemistry. And how many marks are we looking at? 9. This goes to about 10 sometimes. 9 marks. Okay, I want us to add quickly. Let's see. And this is the distribution. All right. Check question 8 and 9. My God. Plus or minus 20, plus or minus 21. Which marks are we saying learners should get total? 20, 18, that, and that. If you add that alone together, it's a lot of marks. A whole lot of marks. But let's see. Let's add our own expected mark and this sample paper mark. Question number, we started from 2, right? So it's question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 0 here, 0. Question 2, 25 total. Question 3. Okay, please keep that mic muted. Which school is that? Letare. Yes, Letare. Okay, Letare, shoot quickly.
If there is 10 out of 150, say what's happening?
Sorry?
If I get 10 out of 150, say, am I gonna each other?
If you get 10 out of 150?
Yes.
What's the question?
The question is, am I going to still make it?
Are you going to see?
Still make it.
What do you think?
Me say, I
Yes.
believe in God, say, so I believe in prayers. Say. The other I pray, say, the other go to the answer. Say.
Okay, from Letare, thank you very much. Question 3. 11. 11, we want full marks. Question 4. 13. 18. 18. 16, and we said 16 here because it's complete. Yes. 11 expected. In this paper, 12. 10. 14. Which one? Oh, 10. 10 here. Question 8. 7 is 10, 10. Uh, 14. But is it? I think we missed one. Should be 9 because this is 9 questions. Let's see quickly. 9. Okay, but the 10 one, wait, it's 9 here. 9, 14. And for acid and base, 10. All right. 10, 9. The last one is 9. Okay. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. 14, 14, 9, and 9, right? Okay. Here again, we're saying full marks. Let's get a calculator. 25 plus 11 plus 18 plus 16 plus 11 plus 24 plus 9. This learner is actually getting 114. Not answering the full paper, but answering 5 full questions. Or no, 6 full questions. Organic, rate, electrochemistry. What is 11400 divided by 150? Shocker. Level 6. Someone is surprised there. 114. 114. So if you want something to focus on between now and exam, mind you, we're getting a 0 in multiple choice. I don't even want to calculate that because that might go to an A. Because if we get this other one, this is somebody who got a 0 in multiple choice. Yes, somebody's surprised. People are surprised. Emmanuel, you're surprised. Yes, Dante. There are people surprised that, is it so easy to pass? It is easy.
Bishop, I want you to go back to please go to I times T.
Okay, I'll go back to that one now.
I want you to go back to question B1 to question 8.
Okay, let me do that Q thing here quickly. Let me do that Q thing because I seen somebody asked. I have 2 questions we could do. 5 minutes. All right. We said Q equals to what? I delta T. Where this is what? Quantity of charge. Okay. And I is what? Current. How do we link this to number of moles and electron? I know that what? We know that N equals to what? Q over E. What is this? The number of what? Electrons. We remember this formula from electrostatics, right? Where this one is what? T. And what? The charge on an electron. Please watch. I want you to watch the flow. I hope we're good. It means, therefore, that Q, if I cross multiply, is N multiplied by what? E, which is what I need there. Okay? But please understand this. This is still what? Number of electrons. Now, when I am given an equation, N equals to what? N over, please, this is where it can be confused. I'm going to slow down. You see those notations that you need to take note. What is this n? The small n here is number of moles. This is where you write Cu2 plus 2e to give you what? Cu. Number of moles of electron is actually what? 2. What is this n? This n, please take note, is that the number of, so if you want to see this clearly, we should actually, if you can see this as capital N equals to Q over E, it would be better. Write this down. I don't know if it makes sense. The number of electrons is capital N, but when I get to Q equals to NE, it changes to small letter what? N. So don't get the N of number of moles mixed with number of electrons. So if I cross multiply here, number of electrons equals to what? Number of moles multiplied by my Avogadro's what? Constant. Which therefore means that Q, if we write this nicely, number of electrons multiplied by what? E. And if we write this nicely, number of moles multiplied by electrons, a number of electrons multiplied by the charge is equal to what? I delta T. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know if it makes sense. So I'm starting from Q, but I don't know Q. I need number of electrons. How will I get number of electrons? This N is this N. Write down all the interpretation of the variables. It would make sense. While NA is my Avogadro's what? Constant. Let me see your thumbs up if you're okay. I need to quickly respond to Adora. Rizana? Rizana, do you want to talk to me quickly? We have very few seconds left. Rizana, talk to me. I want to hear you.
I don't understand.
Okay. Hi, Rizana. How are you?
I'm good, and you, sir?
I'm very, very well. I'm fantastic. Where are you watching from?
From Soweto. I'm at home.
Okay, but home in Soweto. Good. Rizana, do you know the first formula?
Yes, sir.
What's the first formula?
Q equals to current delta time.
All right. Do you know the second formula?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I am looking for Q, what do I do?
You cross multiply.
Beautiful. So are you okay on how we got to this?
Yes.
Okay. What does this N mean?
Number of electrons.
Beautiful. Number of electrons. But then we have an equation here. And we don't have the number of electrons, but we have the number of moles of, can you see by 2 there, right?
Yes, sir.
What does that 2 mean? The number of moles. Are you with me? Rizana, when we balance an equation, if I write, let me write a quick equation for you. Nitrogen gas plus hydrogen gas to give me ammonia. What do? We balance, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll put a 3 here and I'll put a 2 here. What am I saying? 3 moles of hydrogen gas will produce what? 2 moles of ammonia.
Yes.
Good. So the coefficient here will always refer to number of what? Moles.
Yeah.
Are we okay now?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, but check. Do I need number of moles in this equation? No. What do I need? The number of electrons. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Good. But from my equation, what do I have? Number of moles. How do I convert number of moles to number of electrons? This is the formula in between. Grade 10.
Sir, we can't see the screen.
Where are you connecting? Which platform are you connecting on?
Laptop.
Huh?
I'm using the Google Meet.
Okay, the Google Meet is on though.
No, sir, it's not. We can't see.
Yeah, we can't see the screen.
Okay, can you see now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You cannot see now.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Who was I speaking to? Rizana, are you fine?
Yes, sir.
Good. So we were given number of moles of what? Electrons. But what do I need? The number of electrons. How do I convert number of moles to number of electrons? Number of moles equals to number of electrons over Avogadro's what? Constant. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
So once I bring in my number of moles here, what will I get? Number of electrons. When I get the number of electrons, I'm going to bring it here. I'll be able to get quantity of charge. When I get the quantity of charge, what would I be getting? Current. Because examiners are going to ask you this. 2023, every province tested that. In 2023, every province. In fact, final also, it was there.
Sir,
Yes, the stoichiometry.
sir,
Yep.
can you please go back to question 9? I want to take a screenshot of paper.
Okay. All right. Which other question was I supposed to go back to? Question 8. Adora, I haven't forgotten you. If I don't answer, you will not live in today. I need to quickly show you, what is it? Percentage purity. All right, here's my question 9. Are you taking a screenshot? Question
Yes.
9.
I'm still
Okay.
trying to-
You're still trying.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Question 8. What did we need there? Question 8. Somebody wanted this one, right? Okay. Can I quickly then answer the last question here? Question 8. Okay, is it possible to go back to question 3, paper 1? We just need to take a screenshot. Okay, that's Maurice. I'll go back. Sir, can you go back to question 4? I want to take a screenshot. All right, Venusha. Venusha, okay, I will go back. Yes, ma'am. 8. But are they fine now? I'm sure. Okay. Just before I go back to all of the people asking me to take questions, please, that child has been waiting. Can I quickly deal with percentage purity quickly? We're not going to do a question, but how do we get this done? Percentage purity. What is the formula? Percentage purity is the mass of pure substance over mass of impure sample multiplied by what? 100. Here's the thing. You'll have to go find this mass. This mass is not known. But how do you get mass? Number of moles is mass over molar mass. Molar mass I'll get from the periodic table. Mass I don't know. You know what my problem is? Number of moles. So again, the examiner would give you that. Calculate the percentage purity of A. For me to get the percentage purity of A, I need the mass of A. For me to get the mass of A, I need the number of moles of A. But they won't give me. What do I do? Calculate the number of moles of B that reacted. Step 1. Step 2. Use mole ratio to transfer mole. Which means now I'll be getting the number of moles of A. Step 3, number of moles of A is mass of A over the molar mass. Now I have my mass. Once I get my mass, I bring it here. This is 7 marks. Adora, I hope I fulfilled my promise.
Sir,
Yes.
please do percentage yield.
Percentage yield.
Yes.
Okay. Percentage yield. But Adora, I hope you're okay. Percentage yield. How do you calculate that? Good question. It is actual yield over theoretical yield multiplied by 100. Now, examiners are going to give you the theoretical yield as well. How do you get the actual yield? It is mass. You will not have the mass. What do you need? Number of moles. Now, you need to calculate the number of moles. It's the same thing I'm writing. Of the substance that reacted or finished. And what is this? Your limiting reagent. That's the key. Once I get the number of moles of the limiting reagent, I'm done. So calculate the number of moles, number 1. 2, use mole ratio to get the number, to calculate the number of moles that is needed. What is step 3? Calculate mass by saying number of moles is mass over molar mass. And this would be your actual yield. And once you're done, you throw it in. Can you see it's the same process? Same 3 steps over and over again. I hope we're good.
So
Yes.
let's just say they gave us the actual yield and we have to calculate that.
So if they give you the actual yield, then they will also give you the percentage yield.
Oh, okay.
Do you see what's missing now? All right.
Yes.
They'll give you the percentage yield, give you the actual yield, and what you are looking for is what? Theoretical. Done. That one you don't even need chemistry. That one is maths.
So for number 1, where you said calculate the number of moles of the substance that reacted, meaning I have to use my limiting reagent formula.
Yes, limiting reagent, because that is what finished. So to get limiting reagent, what you do is, let's say you have A and B, right? You calculate the number of moles. You calculate the number of moles of B given, and then you compare the ratio to see which one finishes. Compare the ratio based on your balanced what? Equation. If you want to quickly do this, please go and look for grade 11 question papers and quickly get them sorted. You'll find a lot of them there.
Thank you, sir.
And grade 10. All right, you're welcome. Signing out, but there's someone who said they wanted question 3 of paper 1. I think it's momentum. Let me see. Question 3 of paper 1, and then question 4. Is that Venusia? Venusia, don't worry. You'll get that page. Rizana, are we okay? All right, guys, this is question 4 of momentum.
So,
Yes.
which question papers should we study more? Like from 20 then?
Okay, Rizana, look, any question paper would work, right? But start from 2023 and go down. As many as you can do. They are all the same questions, by the way.
Oh.
Okay, but start from 2023 because we can pick a trend from 2023. So start first by using the prelims. So you have prelims of 2023, you have May, June of 2023, and you have November. If you can exhaust that, you'll be fine.
Sir.
That is how many
Thank
papers?
you.
9, 10. That's 11.
Sir.
Yeah. Yes.
I forgot to take the screenshot of the percentage yield where you were explaining.
Okay. All right. I'll take you there. Percentage yield, percentage yield. Where's it? Percentage yield. So use 2023 a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of stoichiometry that was done in 2023, which might be repeated.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You are most welcome. So guys, please, do you see that we can actually pass physical science without stress? Level 5 is the barest minimum, the threshold minimum that you can get. Go and note all the questions that we said you should win in total. All right, thank you. Thank you. All right, please note all the questions we said get full marks. Don't play with those questions. Get full marks in those questions and you're up for a level 5. A bit of hard work, level 6. Extra sleepless nights, level 7. Minimum, level 5. Please, please, please. So those of you that are struggling, right now, between now and prelims, go and look at those questions we spoke about and you'll be good. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in from all over the place. Please don't forget the registers in case you haven't filled in the register. Please, please, please do not forget. You want to close now? Okay. Okay, Dr. Smear.
Thank you, Mr. Bishop. Good afternoon, learners and teachers. On behalf of the Johannesburg region, that consists of Johannesburg North, South, East, West, and Central, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Bishop for giving up of his time to go through these papers and these tips with you. He gave you some really valuable tips. And if you use them, I am sure you are going to do exceptionally well in the prelim exam. I'd also like to thank all the teachers and all the learners that logged on today. I know that this was beneficial for you. I want you to go after this. The video will be available on YouTube. Please download it and go through it before you write your prelim exam. Thank you very much, learners and teachers. And hopefully this is going to translate into better results for the prelim exam. Thank you.
Okay, someone is asking, when am I going to go live again? What you need to do is, okay, now if I do this, I won't sleep today, but here, 0817442103. Ooh, not visible. All right, so here, 0817442103. It's a WhatsApp line for Crazy Physics. You can ask to be added to the group. Added to the group. Okay. And then you can go on to YouTube and just subscribe to Crazy Physics again. Because sometimes I just go live early in the morning. Last year we did what, 5:30 to 6:30 in the morning. Yeah. You can just go live and during exams we might be doing that again. When you wake up, you find me. Okay, so subscribe to Crazy Physics. That's the number. Ask to be added to the group. But please don't send a message at 2 a.m. Okay, because a lot of learners are studying at 2 a.m. and say, I need help. I'm sleeping. When I wake up, I find 500 WhatsApp messages, you know. And on the WhatsApp group, please, when someone asks a question, also help. The more you help others, the better you become as well. Don't say, no, I'm going to keep this knowledge to myself. It doesn't work like that. Also send a message that will add you to the teachers group, but we need to know that you are a teacher. You need to send us your payslip for us to know that you are a teacher. All right, guys, bye-bye. Have a lovely, lovely evening. All right, so Kainsile, please do that and you subscribe or get on the WhatsApp group. You'll get info on when next we'll go live. Goodbye. PTI, we couldn't even, I didn't even remember that there were people on YouTube. I forgot about them. Sorry, but let's see how many people they would have logged out. I'll pick it up later. Okay, bye-bye, guys. You are free to exit. We are going to shut down now. So in case you see us shutting down. Bye.